caps come to a start line. Good stuff. You pair buggers haven't slept for 3 nights. Today, you'll have an awesome day.
I'm Joash Abraham. I signed up for the half Ironman when I was in Canberra and knew I wasn't going to be in Canberra for much longer, and I was moving to Melbourne. I thought it was good to have something to aim for by the end of the year to keep me in Melbourne.
Earlier this year, Joash had one of 2 decisions to make moving out of Canberra. The easy decision was to move back home in Adelaide and return to life as it was with family and friends waiting for him. Either that, or he challenges himself to start a new life in a brand new city. After moving to Melbourne, Joash decided to give the marathon a crack for the first time, getting a sub-3 marathon in his first attempt and coming 3rd place.
In terms of the marathon, there was a target to beat. There was like, I want to get this time, my coach thinks I can get this time. Whereas the half Ironman was more like, I just want to finish. It was more like, here's a bunch of people that are doing an activity that are crazy enough to do 3 things back to back. And there was far less pressure to get a certain time. As I was leaving home, I was like, okay, make sure I've got everything. And as I was driving away, going through the checklist in my head, and then went, shit, I don't have my helmet, because my dad was putting some reflective tape on it so that he could see me better, which I'm not sure if it made much of a difference. So turn around, come back, and it was literally sitting at the door because it wasn't with the rest of my stuff. I got there and I had 5 minutes to drop everything in transition, and it just kind of like emptied my whole bag. And so there wasn't a lot of prep time. Cheers. So I can get in the floor.
Gotta line up.
Yeah.
What are we hoping for today, mate?
Just to finish.
Just to finish?
7 hours,
Yeah.
nice. Back across the finish line.
And how many months of training have you put into this?
About 6, I think.
6 months of training?
Yeah.
It's one day.
Oh, for one day, yeah. Hopefully it's worth it. But then thankfully there was time between that and the swim. There was like half an hour just to compose and kind of get into it. Everything became very real all of a sudden, but I think it was wonderful being around the same sort of crazy people.
Boys from RTV already.
Let's go. It was really cool to know that I'd swum that distance, because I hadn't swum that distance before. And it was really enjoyable, like the water was wonderful temperature, and then it was, yeah, let's get the bike done, because that was the hardest part, or the part that I was fearing the most. And it's about 20 Ks into the bike and I look at my watch and I'm like, holy shit, I'm going much faster than I expected. That was really cool because that was the fastest I'd ever cycled, and for that amount of time. But my ass got incredibly sore, I think at about 70 Ks. People probably put a lot of energy into the cycling because, fair enough, that's the longest bit of it. And that's where I was thankful that running was at the end, because I'm like, that's one thing I can do really well. And I think it was nice having just about 2 minutes just to recompose my body to be ready to run, but it was hot. And I think I could definitely feel the sun beating down. Also the fact that that's the end, that gave me the confidence that yeah, I can totally do this. As soon as the cycle's out of the way, we're done. We just need to bring it home. I just wanted to finish strong. Part of the reason I put this in place, the half Ironman in place in the first instance, was to see what my life would look like in Melbourne. And now there's more to keep me here rather than just the half Ironman. There's RTB, there's my partner, there's family, and there's the prospect of new friends, essentially.